Ah, the Zook's friend I hear so much about. Son's blessings. I see you did not kick your feet clean before entering. Well, no matter. I will clean it up later. How can I help you? Bihuna? Ah, the root house suitor thief with the filthy spines. I would give you the dowry, Zuka's friend, but I do not know where it is. The goods keeper Oline hid it to keep the root house thugs from stealing it again. Gone to Gideon. Personal matter. He will not be back for many days, but do not fret. Nahish Oline left a reminder for him so as not to forget the dowry's location. It likely points to another reminder, and that to another. He is eccentric. The Root House people are not known for their patience or wisdom. Nahish Oline was determined not to be outwitted by the likes of them, so he invented an impossible challenge for the suitor thief. The first reminder is on the post there. Hist guide you. I fear the suitor thief has set you on a fool's errand, Biko Gel, but I'll trust you know better than I what is needed. You'll need to look at Nahish Oline's reminder over there. It's certain to contain some useful hint among the antagonistic and cryptic writing. Of course, it will likely only point you to yet another reminder, but maybe eventually the dowry too. Chief of grain counting, box stacking, and list making, he keeps our storehouse in order in his own way. He's promised to teach me his methods, eventually. For now, I sweep, carry, and keep geckos from eating our worm meal.
The brewer tells me I drank all the celebration phlegm wine. Now he asks coin for more. I would thunk his head in if it was not a bonding. Find my dowry so I can leave this place. Finally, the Hist provides. It sours my stomach that I had to rely on you to take what, by right, is mine. But suitors must be flexible, I guess. The custom is met. I will join in the bonding.
You look burdened, Ojel. Please, sit and let the breeze carry your cares away. The Bright Throats have brought us many nice things to share. Yes, I was. My betrothed was very kind. It's a pity I must disappoint her, but these things happen. It will be a less personal disappointment than if I were to arrive without the seed doll she gifted me for the occasion. It's the least I can do to return her kindness. Ahaj Mota snatched it out of my hands as I soaked my feet by the Gulu Bridge. Very quick, gone in an instant. Such is life. I do not know why the Hajj Mota would want such a thing, but the Hist must have thought it needed it. I hope it enjoys it. I see no reason why I would not join the bonding ritual, but I do not have my betrothed's seed doll. It is pointless to dwell on what's lost. A cherished Brightthroat craft. They take a seed from a tree with no name, nurture it to enormous size, and allow it to sprout its roots. With much care, the roots are pared back again and again until a shape is formed. Mine resembled a Hajj Mota. There isn't much to tell. We were, we are, we will be. The Hist nurture us, and we nurture them. Sometimes Sithis sees fit to disrupt this cycle when it grows too ordinary, so we Mosskins find a new routine until it's time for change again. Why wrestle the world when the world will always win? We get everything we need by flowing with the stream. What's the point of struggling against it? I know Ojel don't understand. It's a shame. We would all be so much happier.
Hello again. You have been enjoying a good wallow, yes? The mud here is smooth and moist. And so the stream returns to its source. It's very pretty, isn't it? My betrothed is very skilled. It seems some of the roots have bent. I will tell her it was from my overzealous embrace. That should make her happy. The Hist has made certain I stay on this course. I will not resist its desires. Not that I would want to. I think I will enjoy the bonding ceremony.
Everyone is assembled except for the suitors. What is the word, Beak Ogel? Must I call off the bonding ritual and bring shame upon our tribe? You are a gift from the Hist, like the sweetest of saps on my lips. Come, join us for this momentous occasion. It is only fitting. We are gathered here under the boughs of our tender Hist to honor the life it gives us. Just as their roots reach out and intertwine in the mud, so too will we become entangled, bound together to weave a strong foundation. Join me in erecting the spine of procreation, sow the sap and seed of a new generation. At last, all is right with the tribe. The winds carry the lovely scents of Hist blossoms and muskreek upon the air, and soon the chimes of nuptial huts will rattle the night away. It's enough to make anyone let out their frills. The happy couples will retire to their nuptial huts to begin the process of bonding, and the next generation of Brightthroats will be born. But for us, the work is done. Let us drink, eat, dance!
The hatching pools recover due to your efforts. You are truly a friend to the Hist.
hello. Cassandra said you'd be here. There's news. Well, you certainly have a spring in your step. Your work with the Bright Throats went well, I take it. Splendid! Following another lead on the Remnant. Or, potential lead. Someone she worked with before she started funding Cyrodiilic collections. I don't know much more. She asked me to tell you to join them when I saw you, so I suppose you should do that. West of here, near that spooky prison. Honestly, I missed most of it. Too preoccupied by her bodyguard. Something about how he looks at me. Gives me the shivers, you know? But we have better things to discuss. What did you learn with Zukas? Ritual Argonian poetry. The words are common, but the meter is all wrong. There's more to it. Missing verses, perhaps? Truthfully, Cassandra is the authority on that sort of thing. You should set out. I'll try to dig up a few relevant texts. Smoke and sunless sap. Strange that the Bright Throats hissed would speak in such dour terms. Maybe it describes some dark age. The Alessian incursion of the First Era? Or perhaps a dark age yet to come. Egads, let's hope it's not that. Ugh, I wish I knew. He's just the worst, right? She hired him maybe 6 months ago? I don't think Cassandra's ever received a credible threat to her life, but he's always there, leering at us. Maybe she'll sack him now that you're here. Fingers crossed. Cassandra summoned me. Honestly, it's nice to get out of the office from time to time. Thought I might take in a Tiba Inu match while I'm here. I guess it'll have to wait. I need to get back to Lilmoth to research this poem of yours. Oh, they're mostly fine, if a little shaken up. A few of them have sworn off exploring for good. Hard to blame them, I guess. Luckily, Zadaza chose to stay on. She would never let her career end with an abduction. Far too proud for that. Search with your toes, Stibbons. Your toes.
I remember you. As I recall, you were somewhat helpful the last time my manservant got into a spot of trouble. I won't turn away good fortune. You know how useless Stibbons can be when it comes to recovering historic artifacts. An antique Argonian renewal charm. Without one, they'll never let me observe the ritual of renewal, and that's the whole reason I came to this backwater in the first place. Ugh, now if only Stibbons would stop playing in the mud and find the damn thing. I'll have you know, I paid a lot for that information. But Stibbins is exceedingly slow and requires constant supervision. Why, I can't even spare a moment to look for the hand mirror he lost. Would you mind ever so much finding it for me, please? That hand mirror is a family heirloom. I can't bear the thought of never seeing it again. Ugh, in the meantime, I need to keep prodding my manservant. If I give Stibbins even a moment's reprieve, he'll find a way to laze about. He's ever so good at that. He'd have me believe he's doing his job, but I suspect he's using the opportunity to daydream and dawdle. Stibbins probably determined that the charm wasn't down there fairly quickly. Then he decided to relax with a soak in the mud. I believe it has something to do with Argonian mating habits, but I'm not quite sure. Hence my desire to observe the annual ritual. I have a keen interest in the romantic tendencies of different cultures. Purely on an academic level, you understand. Oh, I've been researching the mating habits of the indigenous races. Fascinating stuff. I plan to write a book. A reference to an Argonian ritual of renewal I came across intrigued me, but the details were vague, so we traveled here to investigate. Why, whatever do you mean? I'm quite sure that if anything untoward happened to my manservant, I'd be the first to know. Besides, Stibbins may seem frail and sluggish, but I have no idea where I was going with that line of reasoning.
It's no use. Pockets have been picked clean.
Help! I say help! Stibbins has gotten himself stuck fast.
Much thanks. That wasn't as pleasant as you might expect.
A less famous treasure hunter might think the Argonians wanted to foil her efforts to locate a renewal charm. But Lady Laurent is not so easily deterred. We are going to find one of those charms, even if Stibbins has to search the entire swamp. It's used in the mysterious ritual of renewal that one particular tribe of Argonians conducts on an annual basis. Carved from the living root of their history, or so I've been led to believe. They won't let an outsider attend the rite without one. That's hard to say. Mostly because no one will give me a definitive answer. As far as I can tell, it's somehow connected to the tribe's breeding practices. The closest I got was when many whispers offered to point me towards a charm, for a price. Gold. An obscene amount, truth be told. Look, Stibbins is reliable, but he has his failings. So many, many failings. Will you accompany him to many whispers in the Swallowed Grove? Help him confront the lying Argonian and get me one of those charms? After you and Stibbins confront many whispers, meet me at the Lodge of Renewal. It's north of the Brightthroat village, out in the middle of nowhere. Come to think of it, everything out here is in the middle of nowhere. But I'm sure you'll find it. He's an Argonian, a scout of some kind. Knows the swamp like a bear knows honey. Many Whispers was willing to talk to me when so many of his fellows wouldn't give me the time of day. I'm not sure Argonians can tell time, but you get my point. I gave him a small fortune in gold. He may have sent us here in good faith, or he may have tried to cheat me. I will not be fleeced. Besides, as far as I can tell, he is the best scout in the area. If there's a charm to be had, he'll know about it.
I'm glad you agreed to accompany me. I had a bad feeling about many Whispers from the first moment we met. Trust isn't something that comes naturally to well-trained manservants. As far as many Whispers is concerned, he's taken an aggressive interest in visitors investigating objects of historical significance. It is when one of those interested parties happens to be Milady Clarisse Laurent. But you'll see what I mean when we get to the Swallowed Grove. Just head north and I'll meet you there.
Get going, Stibbins, and do try to redeem yourself this time.
Right away, milady. Just let me catch my breath.